Bitcoin once again has crossed another monumental mark. It passed $50,000 USD earlier today, and soon after that, it shot straight up to $52,000 as of filming right now. And that's really the only thing that was in the green today in the markets. If you looked at the entire stock market, the stocks that were really soaring were those that were involved with Bitcoin. Stocks like Hive, Hut8, Mara, and Riot Blockchain. These all soared double-digit percentage points today. And it's clear that a lot of investors out there don't think this is the end of the crypto boom. And I personally don't think it is either. I put out a video previously saying that I think that Bitcoin could hit around $570,000 per Bitcoin. However, in this current rally that we're seeing in 2021, I think that we could probably get to a price of around maybe 100 to 200K before we see another crash. We're probably not going to see 570 in this boom, but I think it could go to that by 2025. If we compare the rally that we're seeing in 2020 and 2021 with the 2017 and 2018 boom, I think that the 2017 and 2018 boom was really fueled by retail investors like you and I. However, this rally right now is fueled by institutions. If we take a look at some big names, we can see that Square was one of the first to buy in on October 8th, where the price of Bitcoin was around $11,000 per Bitcoin. They put in $50 million into Bitcoin, and that investment today is worth somewhere around $240 million. They almost 5x their money off of that. The latest player to enter the Bitcoin race is Tesla, and they came out saying that they bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. However, that's only about 10% of the cash on their balance sheet right now. So Tesla really used Bitcoin as a hedge against the dollar. With a couple of these big shot tech names, I have no doubt in my mind that more tech companies out there will be buying Bitcoin as a hedge against the dollar. We could probably see Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon eventually jump into Bitcoin. And that might happen later on in 2021. No one really knows, but that's just my suspicion out there. I think that there's no point in holding onto the US dollar as the US government continues to print currency. And with experts as well as amateurs thinking that Bitcoin could replace gold, we're still in the early days for Bitcoin. The total market cap for Bitcoin today sits around $1 trillion. However, comparing that with gold, gold sits at around $12 trillion. So even if you were to buy Bitcoin today and eventually Bitcoin hits the market cap of gold, you're going to 12x your investment. And another thing to consider with this is the fact that there's 21 million Bitcoins out there. However, there's probably been at least 1 million of those Bitcoins lost. Either they've been left on a hard drive back in like 2013 and someone forgot about them, or somehow an exchange was hacked and the Bitcoins were lost. So we don't actually have 21 million Bitcoins out there. It's actually a little bit more scarce than that. So now you know why I'm bullish on Bitcoin as well as just the whole crypto space. And currently I hold about $30,000 in cryptocurrencies. And in today's video I'll be discussing two platforms that I think are worth looking at if you're a Canadian looking to buy into cryptocurrencies. I'll be showing you quickly how I buy cryptocurrencies on these two platforms as well as the differences in prices. I'll also give you a general overview with all the other options that you have in Canada comparing all of their fees. Check out the comment section down below. You can see I have links for Coinsquare as well as BitBuy. So if you want to sign up for an account today, check those links out. So here in front of you, you can see I have my Coinsquare account and my BitBuy account open. I've been primarily using Coinsquare as I just got on BitBuy. However, I do think BitBuy is better for people who want to do a lot more buying and selling, or just trading in and out of Bitcoin and other currencies. Coinsquare is better for buy and hold, and I'll explain to you a little bit later on when we break down the fees. But first off, let's check out what the difference is in prices when you're doing a trade with Coinsquare as well as BitBuy. On the quick trade option for Coinsquare, you're going to be paying a lot more fees. I think it's somewhere around 0.2 to 0.4% versus BitBuy, it's around 0.1 to 0.2. So if we go over here, I'm going to get a quote for my quick trade as well as put in a buy order for BitBuy. So if I click them at the same time, we can see that I will receive 0.001487 Bitcoins from Coinsquare. And then on BitBuy, I'll receive 0.00149888. So it looks like I'm getting a better deal with BitBuy if I purchase $10 of Bitcoin versus Coinsquare. So we can see here the winner is BitBuy. Now we'll be comparing BitBuy with Coinsquare's other app, which is Quicktrade, which just came out a couple weeks ago. Now if we do the comparison, 3, 2, 1, go, we can see that the price of Bitcoin on BitBuy is $66,282 versus on Quicktrade, which is $66,785. So it's clear again here that BitBuy is a better platform to buy Bitcoin on if you've already got Canadian dollars in there. Now if we do a comparison between Coinsquare and its other app Quicktrade, so we're going to do a comparison right now, 3, 2, 1, go. We can see here that I'll be receiving this many Bitcoins, and if we do the conversion, so this is going to be 10 divided by 0.00014,889. The price of Bitcoin is $67,163 on Coinsquare Quicktrade, and on the Quicktrade app, it's $66,795. So you're better off using the Quicktrade app if you like to use this Quicktrade function. However, where Coinsquare's actual online platform shines is in the advanced trade. So for advanced trading, what this allows you to do is actually set limit prices, and your fees are a lot lower. The fees are around 0.1 to 0.2%. On Quicktrade, they claim that they don't have any fees. However, there's a bit of a higher bid-ask spread. We can see the spread on Coinsquare is 0.33%. Now, BitBuy also does have their own pro trade. And if we go into BitBuy's pro trade, we can see the spread is 0.27. So again, BitBuy wins on the pro trade versus Coinsquare's advanced trade. In both these platforms, you can set a limit order. So right here for BitBuy, you can set a limit order. You can use the best ask price, which right now is $66,353. For Coinsquare, the limit price is probably $66,267 if you're buying. However, you can look down here in this column to see what people have sell orders in for, or basically what you could put a buy order in for. So if we were to refresh that again, we can see that BitBuy is at $66,420 versus Coinsquare at $66,489. So we're going to do a quick test here where I'm going to be using the lowest price between Coinsquare and BitBuy to see which transaction goes through first. So BitBuy's best ask price right now is $66,473 versus Coinsquare at $66,533. I ended up using Coinsquare's best bid price, so we're just going to see what happens here. Roughly $10 of cryptocurrencies on both these platforms. So I'm going to hit buy and I'm going to hit buy here. So we're going to wait for the orders and we'll be back once they fill, if they fill. So it looks like both of them have not filled yet, but I'm going to try to use BitBuy's best ask price and put this on Coinsquare's platform to see which one will fill first. So about $10 here, we're going to cancel this, and we're going to buy $10 worth there. So let's try placing this buy order. So 3, 2, 1, buy. All right, so I think it went through and we're gonna check out the history to see what prices we actually got. Okay, so these are the prices that we got. I bought $10 worth at $66,489 versus on Coinsquare, I bought $66,495. It seems like you can get Bitcoin for the same price on both these platforms right now, and possibly even lower with Coinsquare. As we can see here on the advanced trade dashboard, the buy orders where it looks like Coinsquare is a lot lower versus BitBuy. BitBuy right now is at $66,549 versus Coinsquare at $66,489. So let's try a price that's a little bit higher than what we did before and see if it will fill. So I'm going to try buying $10 worth on both platforms. Oh, it looks like my order is right here actually. Okay, so it looks like my order went through eventually, and okay, check this out. The spread has actually changed to 0.07% versus Coinsquare's spread of 0.33%. Now let's try to buy Bitcoin at $66,400 on BitBuy's platform and see what we get. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going through right away. We can see that my order is right up here, and we'll see if it gets filled. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's getting filled as quick versus Coinsquare. The reason why Coinsquare can have such a tight spread right now is because it got rid of its deposit fees. And this leads to more people depositing money onto Coinsquare's platform, and with more money on the platform means more volume, and with more volume, Coinsquare can afford lower spreads. To fund your account through Interact e-Transfer, we can see here on BitBuy, it will cost you 1.5%. However, on Coinsquare, it will cost you nothing. It's completely free. You can deposit up to a minimum of $20 and a maximum of $10,000. And that's the exact same with BitBuy as well. They have a minimum of $100 and they don't say the maximum, but I do believe it's actually around $10,000. And even then, you can't really put more than, $3,000 per e-transfer in Canada per day anyways. So that $10,000 limit doesn't really apply. I have noticed though, when I'm trying to fund my Coinsquare account with e-transfer, it takes a little longer just because I think they've made it free and there's a lot more people doing it. So it took me about, a day or 2 days for my Coinsquare transfer to go through. However, with BitBuy, I've heard from other people it takes, a matter of like 30 minutes or so. With a Coinsquare Quicktrade app, I actually tried that earlier today, and it took like, I think 2 minutes or so. So it's basically instant for me. However, some other users have reported that it takes them a little bit longer. So now going over Coinsquare's two platforms versus BitBuy's platform, which one do I think is better for what user? So I think the people who are looking to do more transactions might be better off with BitBuy based on their advertised fees. However, based on this experiment that I showed you today, the advanced trade option in Coinsquare seemed to be a little bit better than BitBuy's, especially for buying Bitcoin. One thing for BitBuy though is that you're able to exchange other currencies using their Pro Trade platform. Versus Coinsquare, you're only able to exchange from Canadian to Bitcoin. You can't go Canadian to any other sort of cryptocurrency. So you can see here, you can only exchange between Bitcoin and Canadian. The rest, you have to go between Bitcoin and the other coins. So you're going to be paying a little bit more in transaction fees if you're trying to exchange Canadian to Bitcoin and Bitcoin to like Dash, for example, because that's 2 transactions right there with 2 times the fees. However, on BitBuy's platform, you can see here I have Ethereum to Canadian open, and you can do both buys and sells. For BitBuy, you also have the other options to do Bitcoin Cash. You can do XLM or Stellar, Litecoin, Ripple, as well as EOS. On Coinsquare, I think you have a few more options. You don't actually have access to EOS, but you have access to the other ones. On top of that, you also have Bitcoin Cash SV, which I'm not too sure what that is. You can also do Dogecoin, Ethereum Classic, and Coinsquare's own coin called Squarecoin. For those of you who love Dogecoin, then I think Coinsquare is your platform to go to. Now for the user who's more of a buy and hold trader and wants to do more stuff on the mobile platform, I would highly recommend checking out Coinsquare's Quicktrade app. There you have 0 fees for Interact e-transfer, which already beats out BitBuy. You can buy cryptocurrencies cheaper on the Quicktrade app versus the Coinsquare app if you're using the Quicktrade option in the Coinsquare app, which is a little bit confusing because they have the Quicktrade here in Coinsquare as well as their apps called Quicktrade. So if you're not interested in using the advanced trade platform and you're a buy and hold seller, then go with the Quicktrade app, which is on iOS and Android. You don't have a web platform though, which is the only real downside about that. For people who want to trade coins in and out, as well as use the Pro Trade platform for other coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Stellar, BitBuy is definitely the platform to go to. One thing that you could do to possibly avoid fees in BitBuy is to actually deposit into Coinsquare through e-transfer. Probably you want to do a larger amount like 10K, then buy Bitcoin in Coinsquare, then transfer it over to BitBuy, and you pay a fixed fee of maybe like, I think it was like 0.0005 Bitcoins, which maybe equates to around $20 to $23 today. And then on BitBuy's platform, you can trade Bitcoin for other coins. Instead of on a 10K deposit, you're paying 1.5% in fees. That's $150 right there. Now I'm going to quickly go over other platforms that you could use in Canada, and here's a comparison chart. So we can see here we have BitBuy, Bitvo, Coinbase, Coinberry, Coinsquare, Kraken, Nadax, Newton, shakepay, and wealthsimple. I know that Newton and shakepay are fairly popular among retail investors. However, look at shakepay. It's going to charge you 2.39%. So that's quite high in fees. And the 2.39% really comes from their spread. Newton has a 0.95% spread, which is pretty good. However, when comparing that with Coinsquare and BitBuy, BitBuy is a 0.33% and Coinsquare is 0.49%. However, on the advanced trade, we can see that the spread actually changes over time. We saw earlier it was 0.07% and now it's 0.4%, which is considerably better than Newton. In Coinsquare, the other fees that we can see here are the funding fees. However, those funding fees are no more because it's 0% fees for e-transfer. So we can knock this down by 0.5%, which would bring us down to 0.93%. So it's a little bit better than Newton, and Newton's only available on iOS. So you have to have an iPhone to be able to download Newton. In BitBuy, we can see the extra cost is 0.61%. However, one thing to note is that this is if you're using their wire transfer option. Wire transfers will cost you 0.5%. However, most people here won't be wire transferring because you have to have a minimum of $20,000. So likely most of you guys watching this video will not be funding your account through wire transfer. So instead your fees are going to be 1.5%, bringing this best all-in purchase fee to 1.61%. After talking through all this, it seems like Coinsquare is the best option if you want the easiest way to go forwards with using an advanced dashboard. If you want to do mobile trading and don't really care about the advanced dashboard, then use the Quicktrade app from Coinsquare. If you want to do the more complex route and try to avoid those 1.5% deposit fees from BitBuy, then you can consider using the method that I mentioned before. However, don't use Bitcoin and actually use Ripple, because I was looking back over the fees for transferring cryptocurrencies from Coinsquare to another platform. And it looks like for Ripple, it'll cost you 0.5 of a coin, which is around like 30 cents today, versus 0.0005 Bitcoins is actually equal to $33. So you could be saving enormous amounts if you're using a currency like Ripple. But with this, you have some time lag. And this is something else you also have to consider. BitBuy, your funding is pretty much instant. Coinsquare is going to take you a day or two in my experience. And then the Quicktrade app from Coinsquare is also instant. So if you're rushing to get in because you think we're going to have a crypto boom, then consider using BitBuy or Quicktrade from Coinsquare. So if you want to begin trading cryptocurrencies today, check out Coinsquare as well as BitBuy. Leave a like down below as well as subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new here and want to follow my journey in crypto investing as well as stock market investing. If you want to check out my other crypto videos, you can click on them right up here. If you're there, I'll see you there. If not, keep up the grind and have a great day.